Howdy again. Welcome to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So, these melodies that we're playing here are things that most everybody are familiar with, and it really helps taking things that are familiar and figuring out how you do them on this thing before you get into things that maybe aren't as familiar. So, let's dive right in. We're going to play it out of the key of A. And as we talked about in a few of the other videos, that scale is A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Now, if you learn Mary Had a Little Lamb, which of those notes did we use? We really only used 4 different notes, right, to play the whole melody. Something iconic and will outlive us all. Mary Had a Little Lamb. We used a C sharp, a B, and an open A. And then we used an E, right? That's it. Only those 4 notes in different combinations to make a lovely little melody. So what I like about this one is that we're going to add in more notes from the A scale. So here we go. Let's dive right in. I'll play it, and then we'll break it down and learn it. There we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. So, it starts like this. Two open A notes. And then it does a string crossing, jumps up to 2 open E notes. And then it has a first finger on the E string, which is an F sharp, for 2 notes. Then back to an open E. So that takes us through this. I'll tell you the notes. A, E, E, F sharp, E. Okay. And then, excuse me, it uses the 3rd finger to play the D note. So that part goes D, D, C sharp, C sharp, B, B. Also in tunes, it's all fiddle tunes. There are little patterns, and sometimes if you can, especially when you're learning the first time, if you can come up with some way that makes it easier to remember what they are, the patterns that are used, then it just makes the learning that much quicker. So, for instance, in this section, there's a lot of doubled up notes. There's really only 2 notes that aren't doubled up, right? It's 1, 2, 1, 2. So A, E, F sharp, E. So that E is the first one that's not doubled. And then you just walk down the A scale, doubling up your notes. D, D, C sharp, B, B, A. Okay? Then we go back up to an E. Up above. Up above the world so high. And that repeats. Exact same thing again. Like a diamond in the sky. And now here's a part you've heard before. Right? You learned it in the beginning of this tune, and you get to use it again. Twinkle, 2 A's, twinkle, 2 E's, twinkle, 2 F sharps, little, 1 E, star. Exact same thing as before. 2 D's, how I, 2 C sharps, wonder, 2 B's, what you, open A. So that's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Now in the video that is just before this, I talked about how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb in different keys. And the same thing applies to this. You can take this finger pattern and just scoot it over a string, and you're playing it in a different key. You can take that finger pattern, exact same, and scoot over another string, and you're playing in a different key. And so, watch this. Okay? Let's say we wanted to play it out of D. Okay? So, we would just move over to open D. Now, this song starts on that open string in this case, or that the first note in the scale. In this case, it's a D. Right? So it starts on a 1, we would say. And so it starts on the first note in the D scale, D. And then moves over, right? Twinkle, A, B, B, A. Well, look at that. That's the exact same finger pattern that you used on the A string to play it out of A. Open, open. Next one over. Open, open. First finger. Open. D, D. Next one over. Open, open. First finger, open. You can take that on over to G as well. Start on the open G. So in this case, your first note, 1, is going to be the G note. So in this case, you can't really do an E because, you'd have to go to you can reach that note by going to the 4th finger. But then you'd have to actually slide up into a higher position, like. And that's, don't worry about that right now. That's takes a lot of work, and at least it did for me. And so you should just be really, really pleased and happy with yourself if you can play this out of this first position and then play it in different keys, just using those same patterns. So that's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and some of the exercises and key changes that I think will make more complicated, fiddly-like melodies easier. Okay? So thank y'all for listening again, and we'll see you on the next one.